Hello everyone, today I have a Super Tarts pre-order haul to share with you. This pre-order was mint, apple, and sweet scents, I believe. And they also had some single oils offered in clams, so I did grab some of those. This pre-order was clams and bams, which is what I prefer. I just recorded this and my intro was getting so long because I was rambling, but I did want to touch on what I've been seeing from other waxies. I've seen a lot of, I don't want to say hate towards Super Tarts, but I've seen a lot of people talking about issues that they have with the Super Tarts lately, and I completely understand what everyone is saying. I see what their issues are, but for me personally, there haven't been any issues that make me think or say that I'm never going to order from Super Tarts again. Super Tarts wax for me performs wonderfully in my home. It is the top performing vendor wax in my house. That could change once we're in the new house. I'm hoping it doesn't though, because I have a lot of Super Tarts wax. Also, just the blends that they offer, there are a lot that I really love. So yeah, I don't know. I will continue to purchase from Super Tarts. I'm not, I'm kind of bummed that now their pre-orders are bams and half bams. For me, that means that I can't order as many scents as I would like to. That's why I really like the clams. I like to get scents that I know I love in bams, and then scents that I like but don't love, and scents that I've never tried before in clams. So a half bam is like twice the price of a clam, so therefore I can't order as many scents. I placed an order in the last pre-order that they had up, and it was like half the amount of scents that I would typically order because I did the half bams, and I almost didn't even order. So like I said, I completely understand what people are saying. It does affect how much I'm going to order if they continue with the bams and half bams, but I will still order. It might just come to the point where I'm just ordering bams in scents that I love and not even picking up other scents, but I will still order. As far as the broken clams and everything, I haven't had much of an issue with that. Even when I get broken clams, it doesn't bother me too much because I am gonna break them and put them in my warmers. But I do understand that it kind of is a bummer when you get a clamshell that the wax is broken, because then there's crumbly pieces. You can't pop it out and smell the bottom, which is something that I like to do. So I also understand that issue. The turnaround time doesn't really bother me. I know they've upped it. Now it's 6 to 8 weeks. It used to be 4 to 6 weeks. I would rather they just say that it's 6 to 8 weeks and then expect it to be that long, rather than saying it's 4 to 6 weeks and it actually being an 8-week turnaround time. I mean, there's other vendors that have 8-week turnaround times, so that's really not an issue for me, but I have a ton of wax. So I could understand if you don't have a ton of wax and you really want to try these scents, but you really don't want to wait 8 weeks to get it because you need wax now. That would be kind of disappointing, but for me, an 8-week turnaround time is like nothing because I have so much to melt. What else was I gonna say? Also, I mean, if you don't like that turnaround time, you can wait for the RTS. They usually let you know when an RTS is going, like an RTS update is going to happen. They might not give you a specific time, but they'll usually say, hey, tomorrow we're going to add the extras from these pre-orders, or maybe even the day of, they let you know later that day they're going to add the extras. Again, that might not work for everyone, but I'm just throwing ideas out there because I really do love Super Tarts wax. I know it doesn't work for everyone, but I think it's really great. That's just my personal opinion. It works really well for me in my home. So, with all that said, and we're now like 6 minutes into this video, I tried to shorten it because the first time I recorded it, it was super long, but I think this was actually shorter. Anyway, I'm just gonna get into the wax. I completely understand if Super Tarts just isn't your thing and you don't want to watch these videos. I just do pretty much, I pretty much do a video on everything that I receive, even like super small orders. So, because I genuinely just enjoy talking to you guys about wax. Anyway, let me get into the wax. I'm sorry for rambling for so long. The sample that I received is Ego. This is one that I've had several times and I love. It's Mac Apple and French Baguette. It smells amazing and it's super strong in my home, so happy to have a sample of it. It was broken. That's okay, I'll just pop it in my tea light warmer. I'll start with the single oils that I picked up. So I grabbed a clam, and I love these labels. I grabbed a clam of sugar cookie. I really like this label. I love Super Tarts sugar cookie, especially in blends. It's so good. It's almost like a vanilla extract with that like sugary bakery note. Yeah, I love that. Like, I'll melt that on its own, but I would also blend it with some things. I also picked up a single oil clam and blackberry. I also love Super Tarts blackberry. I will say, in this clam, it smells pretty light, but it still smells really good. So I'm hoping that after this sits for a little bit, it'll be a little bit stronger, or even it may just be stronger when it's blended with things. I know that sounds weird, but sometimes that happens. But I just love their blackberry. Then I picked up Fall Leaves. Oh, I love this one too. If you've ever had Mr. Meyer's, this is a scent note in there. Mr. Meyer's is one of my favorite Super Tart scents. And you can definitely tell that this is like the strongest note in Mr. Meyer's. Oh my goodness, I love this. I would probably get like a whole bam of this by itself. Mr. Meyer's definitely has like some vanilla, and maybe like a bit more of a smokiness to it, but it definitely has a lot of this Fall Leaves oil in there, so that's really good. Now I'm like moving everything around. Okay. And then the last single oil that I picked up is Rain. Super Tarts has my favorite rain scent. I can't even explain it. To me, it's just a very fresh, clean rain. It's like crisp. I love it. Yeah, this is another one that I would grab a BAM in if they ever offered BAMs in the single oils. I love their rain and I love it blended with so many things. Okay, then we'll get into the other scents that I picked up. So 2 of them are scents I've had before, and then the rest are ones that I've never had. I didn't grab any BAMs in this order. There just weren't any that I needed a BAM of. Yeah, so The first one is Pumpkin King. I've had this a few times before. It's herbal lavender, candy canes, and cotton candy. I really like this scent. I really like it in the bathroom, surprisingly, around Christmas time. It's so nice. And yeah, you can see this, well, I don't know if you can see, but this one is broken. It doesn't really bother me, but like I said, I can see why people would be upset about it. Oh, I love this. I love her herbal lavender. And that candy cane is just like a sweet, smooth, minty scent. And the cotton candy just gives it more of a sweetness. It's so nice. So that is one that I'll use in the bathroom around Christmas time. I did almost grab a bam of this, but I was like, you know what? You only need a clam for, you know, what you do with it. It's not like I'm putting it in all my warmers all the time. The next one is another one I've had before. I've had a sample of this. It's Practically Perfect. Chocolate Orchid, Spearmint, and Blackberry. Again, I love Spearmint and I love Super Tarts Blackberry. Let me pop this one out. Oh, I didn't have to pop it out, sorry. It fell out and bumped my tripod. Yeah, what is Chocolate Orchid? It's like a feminine kind of, like a pretty scent. Yeah, and then with that spearmint and the blackberry. Oh my goodness, it's like really fresh, but it's also really pretty. I really like that. I'm just sitting here smelling and I'm not even talking about it. Okay. This is like a pink wax color. Hopefully the lighting is okay. I'm like, oh, it's a hot mess. Okay. Then I have, I'll do these first. I have Mr. Freeze, which is eucalyptus and peppermint. I've mentioned several times that I love Super Tarts eucalyptus. It's just so fresh, crisp, and earthy at the same time to me. And then I also love their peppermint. It's not, usually when they have peppermint in a blend, it's not going to be like super prominent and like nose clearing peppermint, but it's a really nice, more like a comforting kind of peppermint, if that makes any sense. Oh my goodness, let me pop this one out and smell the bottom. Yeah, I just love this so much. If I could get a bag, a BAM bag of just their eucalyptus scent, I would definitely do that. Yeah, and like I said, that peppermint is just like, it just adds this like extra like fresh, comforting note. You definitely smell the eucalyptus first and then just a little bit of that peppermint. Oh, I love this. I probably should have grabbed a BAM of that one for, well, year round really. But especially for winter. Okay, then I also picked up Night King. This is Spearmint Peppermint. Oh my gosh, I'm not even reading all the notes. This is Ozone, Clean Beach, Citrus, Moss, Tonka, Spearmint, Peppermint, Fresh Mint, and Vanilla Bean. So I think the notes over here are the Ozone, Clean Beach, Citrus, Moss, Tonka. I think that's a cologne, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure which one it is, but I'm pretty sure it's a cologne. I don't know. If you know, let me know. But, and then the Spearmint, Peppermint, Fresh Mint, and Vanilla Bean, I think that's like her White Walker's scent, maybe. I could be completely wrong, guys, but anyway, let's smell it. Pop it out. That's really nice. That, I don't know what, I know this is something specific over here. I can't think of what it is though. But it really is like this clean, kind of like almost powdery, not in like a baby powder way, but like in a powdery beachy way, if that makes any sense. Like a powdery ocean kind of scent. And then with those mints, again, the mints are not prominent in here, but you get them. There's like a cooling sensation from those mint notes. This one's really nice. It's really pretty. It's like masculine slightly, but I wouldn't say it's like super cologne-y or super masculine. I can't stop smelling this one. That's really nice. I look forward to melting that. That's kind of like a bedroom scent to me. So Night King, I forgot to show you the wax, but it's black. Pretty cool. Okay. I'm gonna move these back a little bit because I keep knocking them over. I only have 2 more. So the next one is one that I've been wanting to try for a while. Every time I see it, I want to try it, and then for some reason I don't. It's Mrs. Robinson. It's sandalwood, patchouli, soft florals, peppermint, and vanilla meringue. I don't know if this is, if like the sandalwood, patchouli, and soft florals is a type, like a lush type or something with peppermint and vanilla meringue. I don't know. If you know, let me know. But I love this. Yeah, this one is broken. Also, you can see, but I'm just gonna pop out this corner piece up here if I can. See, and like this is what I mean. I understand why people are upset when they get broken clamshells, but it's not a deal breaker for me. But it is much harder to get the pieces out. Come on. I just want to kind of smell in there so I can really let you guys know what I think about it. Okay. Yeah, see, I popped it out and that's kind of how it's left. But this smells so good. I'm so glad I picked up a clam of this finally. I feel like I could have gotten a BAM of this one also. You definitely get those florals, but they are definitely like a soft floral. They're not like a super like heady floral. Again, the peppermint is just a hint of mint in here. I really like this. It almost has like head shop vibes, but not quite. That's a really interesting blend. Oh, I look forward to melting that one. So yeah, it's kind of like now I have wax crumbles all over me. And you can see like this piece like popped out of there. Which way does this go? I don't know. Like that. I can't get it back in. Anyway, so yeah, I see like that's kind of frustrating, but again, not enough to make me stop purchasing because they smell so good. Okay, and then the last one I picked up is Banner. This is cornbread, mac apple, vanilla ice cream, and brown sugar. I picked this one up because I've seen Isis over at June Mermaid talk about this so many times. She loves this scent, and I was like, it has to be good if she's like raving about it and repurchasing it and whatever. And I do like Super Tarts cornbread. I've had it in other scents, like Jeepers Creepers I think has cornbread in it, and I love that scent. And then I love mac apple. I love scents with vanilla ice cream and brown sugar, so figured I would give it a try. Oh, and it's so good. See, this one's not so bad. And it's like a green color. Let me see if I can pop this one out without breaking it. Yeah. Oh, I really like that. I feel like this is going to be even better on warm than it is on cold. I find that with a lot of bakery scents. To me, I usually have to melt them to really kind of understand them. But I definitely get all of these notes. You get that like warm cornbread note. Definitely the Mac apple. And like a creamy vanilla in there with that warm sweetness from the brown sugar. I bet that's going to be lovely on warm. It reminds me a little bit of, oh, what's it called? Mr. Hyde. Mr. Hyde is like French baguette, cinnamon something, and wild berry mousse, I think. This kind of gives me those vibes, like they're cousins or something. Or like Mr. Hyde and Ego had a baby and Banner was born. I like this a lot. I'm glad I picked that up. I mean, you guys have probably noticed that I don't order a ton of like bakery foodie scents, but I definitely do like to have them on hand, especially for fall and winter. So glad I picked that one up. I feel like it's going to be really great. Yeah, that's everything I ordered in this pre-order. Like I said, I think I have one more like outstanding pre-order that should ship soon. Hopefully, because I have this current address on that pre-order, but hopefully that ships soon. And then I did place a pre-order or an order in the last pre-order. So I do have some, I think that's it for Super Tarts. Sorry guys, I have like a bubble in my throat. I think that's it for Super Tarts, and then I have a couple other like pre-orders. I have like a Rainbow Melts pre-order, and then the Rainbow Melts and Brita's Halloween Advent. Is that it? That might be all of the pre-orders I have out right now. Yeah, so I wanted to say something else and I forget what it was. Story of my life. I don't know. I'm gonna reiterate that I completely understand where people are coming from with the issues with Super Tarts, and if Super Tarts isn't listening to their customers, that's kind of disappointing. I tend to stay away from the Facebook groups and things. Like, I'll get on every now and then just to see if there's a restock list or a pre-order list for different vendors. But honestly, most of the time with Super Tarts, I'll just check like a couple times a week and see if there's a pre-order up or if they restocked anything. So yeah, I don't really see what's going on in the groups very often. So people are in there like voicing their concerns, and Super Tarts is just kind of, you know, brushing it off and not addressing anything. That kind of sucks. If that is the case, then hopefully they start to pay attention, because really, if you're not offering what people want to buy, they're not going to buy. Or they're not going to buy as much or as often, or whatever the case may be. Like I said, if it keeps being BAMs and half BAMs, I might just end up grabbing, you know, a BAM or two in a pre-order rather than a BAM or two plus a bunch of clams. Because I'm not gonna order a ton of half BAMs in scents that I've never tried. Anyway, I'm happy with this order. I love everything that I got. We'll see how everything warms up. I will let it sit for a little bit. I know Super Tart says that they're ready to melt when you get them, but I do like to let them sit for at least a couple weeks. Sometimes I can't help myself and I get into it early, but that's just spiting myself because I know if I let them sit longer, they'll be even better. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, if you have any thoughts or opinions on how things are going with Super Tarts, let me know. I'm always interested in what people have to say, and I like to kind of look at all sides of the story to, you know, base my opinion, but really, I usually just go with like my gut and how I feel, but I do like to see how everybody is feeling about things. Yeah, I'm really just rambling now. I feel like I'm not articulating what I really like, what I'm thinking. I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.